Hello, my name is Natalie Mets. I'm from Tallinn and I'm so glad to be here because Vilnius is really hyped in Tallinn. Everyone comes and says that it's so cool and I haven't been for some years, so thank you for having me. Also, as you can see from my face, I'm really happy that Tallinn is not the only Baltic country with a night office or a night mayor or the only Baltic capital who thinks that this is an important topic we have to focus on. So let's hope that Riga will also follow us and next time perhaps we can already have all the three of us. So I will go through some of the projects that have been taking place within the past 3 years. So I started in my position exactly 3 years ago after the elections and after the Social Democratic Party joined the Central Party in Tallinn. So the upper part you all know, but a bit about the nighttime economy and the policies. So we have around a bit more than 100 venues, clubs or pubs, bars and other nighttime enterprises, but the economic situation is also catching us. So just that other day, I made a joke that should I stand back from my office because already 2 very important clubs have been closed down and some other will follow. But this is the economic situation we are globally in. Some of you probably know that within the last year, 31% of clubs in the UK have been closed down. But also at the same time, it may mean that the business model of nighttime economy is changing. Younger people go out partying less. It is also because when they turned 16 or 18, COVID was happening and they didn't have the chance to start going out, and after COVID ended, they still didn't have the habit. People go out to concerts more than parties. People go out, this is the experience of Tallinn then, people go out to restaurants or just spend time home. So the policies that are in power in Tallinn now, so the nighttime economy has been really unregulated. We have an alcohol selling time restriction, meaning that during weekdays, alcohol can be sold until 2 a.m. and during weekends until 3 a.m. And there are no 24-hour licenses, which I think is stupid, and especially because we see that as it's not the closing restriction, then a lot of venues still continue selling alcohol, which means that they are just breaking the law. And in my opinion, this is something that should be looked into, but as some of you are politicians here, you know that there aren't that many politicians who are willing to start the conversation or debate about alcohol restrictions, especially when talking about making them more loose. I don't really understand where I have to. Okay, here we go. So it's not meant that you're going to read all of this, but just some of the projects that have been done during that 3 years. We started, and I say we like there would be more people in the office. It's just me, but we started a regular nighttime forum where we bring together the nighttime enterprises, citizens, police, local police, and whoever needs to be invited regarding the topic. This is something that has not been done on a regular basis before and is, in my opinion, and also I see in the results, really important to get people on the same page, because when usually the police or the local police they go into a venue when something has happened. And this is also why the perception may be that if there's something to do with a nighttime venue, it has to be something bad, that something had happened. And so we are gathering actually during daytime at the venues. So the authorities would also see that actually the people running the venues look exactly like the police, and they are normal people, know how to shake hands and be polite, and actually it has brought some really good collaborations, and there is a better understanding, and I think it is really important to kind of show and understand that actually we all have the same goal. We all want a multifaceted, safer nightlife, and when we work together and when we plan together, then it's also possible. Tallinn also has a financial support scheme for live music venues. So the application process is twice per year. A venue can apply up to 15,000 per time, so 30,000 per year. To apply, the venue has to have at least 10 ticketed shows for 6 months. They have to show what have been and what are the programming plans for the past and upcoming 6 months. There shouldn't be any problem with the police, and we also encourage them to have up-and-coming bands and local artists in the program. And also the money is not big, but it's still something, but unfortunately, like we see, it hasn't helped some of the venues to survive, but still that's something we see that has a real impact. Tallinn was the last European Union capital without any night transportation whatsoever. So I will talk about the night buses a bit more in detail later, but now for 2 years we have a night buses network, 6 lanes running on the nights of Fridays and Saturdays. We've done a lot of different campaigns and trainings about this. I will also talk a bit more, but the topics are more or less universal and same in all the cities with nightlife, and so we also put a lot of effort and focus on fighting sexual harassment in the nightlife setting. Then there's the responsible alcohol serving program and training, or it should actually be serving alcohol responsibly, because alcohol really isn't responsible, right? So this is a training that we've lended from the Swedes, which is a thorough program which is free for everyone who wants to take part of it, and basically then teaches how to serve alcohol responsibly, how to say no to people who have been drinking too much, because as we all know, it's really difficult to be in a debate with someone who's drunk when you're trying to tell them that you shouldn't drink more. And other important and good advices for the people working in the bar setting. Also, also some suggestions about room design and so on. Tallinn is also a part of an international nightlife cities network called Cities After Dark. And yesterday I was talking to Emilia and Kabia that Tallinn was accepted to another network. And then when I went to my hotel, I saw that Vilnius was also accepted there. So we're there together. Congratulations. This means, so this other project, it's called, the program is Interreg, and I think it's a 3-year-long program. Every city gets 150,000 for projects. Yes. Yeah, I think they haven't sent an official email, but yeah, so we can start to collaborate a lot. Happy to break the news. Back to the projects. We did a seminar for local university students about nighttime economy, because also what turned out is that even today the different culture management programs don't talk anything about nighttime specific culture management. So we had local and foreign speakers, local promoters, the police, harm reduction, had workshops, and it was, I would say, a really successful day. Around 50 people came, and I really, me as a former culture manager, I felt that I would have been very happy if someone would have told me 15 years ago perhaps some things that I didn't know back then. Also, I think an important thing we've done is study trips for the local nighttime economy entrepreneurs. So together with Goethe Institute, we went to Stadt nach 8, which is conference taking place in different cities. We went to Berlin, so 5 of them could then attend the panels, enlarge their networks, and then work from learn from the Berlin experience. Perhaps in a way, the biggest thing that I am working now is the nighttime strategy, which should be ready by May next year. And the way I've approached it is that I've done a focus interview with around 60 people, so 11 groups, and the main core of this strategy will come from the focus interviews. And the strategy will then give guidance up to year 2035 for the city, how to develop and organize nightlife. So those international collaborations are actually really important, and not only because you can visit great cities like Athens or cities in Italy when it's November in Estonia, but also to actually learn and also give to other nighttime leaders, as they're called, and share experience. So within this URBACT program, every city that is part of it has to do testing action. And what we did, so for the testing action, it's important that the city then gets together various stakeholders who then said what they think is the biggest problem in nighttime setting. And in a way, weirdly enough, what came out for Tallinn was deviant youth in urban areas, so young people just hanging around parks doing young people stuff. I personally don't think that there is anything wrong with that, but I also understand why this topic may need some attention and why some people may feel intimidated when walking in the urban areas approached by a large number of young people. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, I will come to the project actually later. So, the night buses. What I really like about the night buses project is that we did several pilot and tests before we actually decided to have it in the city budget. So we started with the survey asking whether people will use it. It was around 60% of people who said that they will definitely use the night buses. And so in May 2023, we started with a pilot project with 4 lanes and 3 nights. So the nights of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Starting from midnight until 5 a.m. And in August, September, we went on the buses and asked the people, did the survey with the people, asking them several questions like how do they feel about safety on the buses, what do they think about the routes, and so on and so forth. And after analyzing the data, because all the buses have counters, so we know how many people are there, we decided to test whether people will use them also after summer. So when it gets cold and people don't go out that much because they have other things to do. So yes, after December, we decided then, valuing the data, that it is worth continuing. And we went from 4 lines to 6 lanes, so all the boroughs are covered. And from 3 nights to 2 nights, because people don't use them enough on Thursdays. And from midnight to 3:30 a.m., because we learned that people who don't go home at 3 also don't go home at 4. And can take the first buses at 6 a.m. Now the night buses are here to stay. So who knows Tallinn can check the lanes. And this is some numbers from the survey we did. So 40% of people took the bus for the first time, which means that actually that it's not only the same people using it. And also what made me personally happy is the fact that 13% of people are the people who work at night. So when a lot of people in the opposition would like to say that it's only a bus for people who go or come from partying, then it's actually not so. And yes, koju means home. So most of people who went somewhere went then home. Public transport in Tallinn is free, and so are the night buses. Let me see whether I also have this. Yes. So when asked what would have the people done without any night buses, then 73% said that they would have taken a taxi. Which means that the project is also very environmental friendly, because it's a lot of taxis that don't get to go on the streets anymore because people are taking the night buses. And that's also great statistics that people really feel super safe on the buses, going to the buses or then going from the buses. But Tallinn in general is, and I assume Vilnius as well, a really safe city also during nighttime. Yes. So I already actually told you about the financial support for music venues. I don't think there's anything else really to add. Yes, so it's meant for small and medium-sized venues, so up to 100,000 people. And it can be then applied for labor costs, equipment, PR, artist fees, and the whole budget from the city budget is then 150K. Is there a way I could show those links or not? If it's difficult, then I can just talk. Okay, let's see, where does it go?
Do you want these links open here?
Yeah.
Okay, he's on.
You can just show them. Do you want to show it, mister? Vice? Okay. Actually, you know what? You can close this and open the other link. Makes more sense. So, yeah, the instruction one. No. Go back. Yes. You can. And now you can scroll it through, if you may. So last year, the local social insurance board approached me saying, we have some money, which is a great thing when someone approaches you like this, and they wanted to do something together. So we did a campaign and a training against sexual harassment in the nightlife setting. So what you see here, you can just continue scrolling. Even faster. So stop, go back. Thank you. So you can go a bit more up. Thank you. So we collaborated with the nighttime offices in Bristol and London that also had done a women safety charter. We don't focus only on women because everyone can get assaulted. But what we did, we, of course, with their permission, used the canvas they used. So we created this 7 steps how to prevent sexual harassment in your nighttime venue, and had a social media campaign and a poster campaign. Now you can continue scrolling and just go until the end. All the venues that we are doing the training at got those booklets that are left in their venues, and with the promise that whenever they get a new member in their team, then there is someone who will go through this training with them and let them know then how to react. And the feedback has been very positive also by the media, which it even was a bit of a surprise for me, but the media was really interested in the methods and in the results and so on. And we're carrying on with it and now going also to schools. You can now close it. Thank you. And tomorrow we will announce another step in the fight against sexual harassment. Tallinn City will provide nighttime venues with rapid tests for GHB, so the rape drug. And there will be also a poster and a social media campaign. But it's important to recognize that the rape drug isn't the only way that people get spiked or poisoned, that there are many other ways, and usually it is something else, like, for example, alcohol or some illicit drug. But the reason we're doing it also is to raise awareness and to show that it is something we are aware of that is happening, and it's also important for the clubs. So the rapid tests will be freely available, but the point isn't that everyone who goes in should take a test and everyone should start testing their drinks to entertain themselves. Also, no test can be 100% solid, but it's also to then raise awareness. Okay, so I already started to talk about this project, this testing action we did within the Urbex Cities After Dark network. So the problem we found are young people hanging out in urban areas, and sometimes there are a lot of them, hundreds even. But as there isn't really anything to do for them, then they start to do things that normal young people do, drink and vape and whatnot. Also, this summer they also did some things that normal young people should not do, like stabbing, but that only happened once. So what we decided to do, we chose the most problematic area or the most problematic park, and I, together with the youth workers, just approached the kids and we asked them, what would you like to do? And they came up with the craziest, great ideas. Like, one girl said that there should be a swimming pool in the Freedom Square, which I think is amazing idea. Why isn't there one? And other really cool ideas, which some of them are here. And then we chose some of them. We had a musical masterclass from a really popular rap musician. They had the chance to do Halloween makeup. There was self-defense workshops, board games, other game workshops. The police was there just to talk with the kids. There was a food workshop, and around 100 kids came, and they had a really good time. And the point proven for me was that they are actually mostly very sweet and very creative people who maybe don't have a loving family or a place to go or money to go to, a training group or whatever. But if the municipality then gives them the tools to do something, it also gets down the risk of them just doing risky stuff or being in the risky behavior group. So this is something I definitely want to continue, not on this scale, but even installing some attractions to the parks that would be something else than a skate park or a table tennis table. I'm sure would also increase their activity. Yes, that's it for me. But is it time for questions? I can also ask questions, but I can answer, yes. If so, yeah. So, I mean, we didn't survey, but it's like from 12 to up to like 20 even maybe, but yeah, like high school, yeah, teenagers, yeah.
So the budget for the music venue program is 150 for the year. So how many places get the funding?
I think it's around 10, I guess, but it's more or less everyone who apply and who fit the criteria. Yeah. It's from 2021. It was supposed to happen in 2019, but then COVID came and everyone was busy with everything else. And then, yeah, at 21. The main reason was the biggest problem every city with nightlife has, noise complaints. But it was done by the former city government, and I would say it's not very well thought through, because it was a we need to do something, this is something situation, because it's not a closing restriction, because the law doesn't because there are no licensing systems in Estonia. There are no alcohol selling licenses. Yeah, if you want, you can just open a bar, and as we are a great digital nation, you can open it tomorrow. No, no, licenses are very good. And as there aren't any, then the venues aren't afraid of anything, because they're not going to lose anything. Like they may get like a 1,000 euro bill, but that's, you know, one night for the bar, and then they will just continue. So so there should be some other measures taken into action. Yeah.
Okay, let's give a big applause to Natalie.